Greetings, Commanders, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. We are going to be taking a break from our regularly scheduled bounty hunter content because the Panther Clipper has finally become available for credits. I was waiting for that to be the thing that triggered me to go grab it because I did not want to pay real-world money for a ship that I'm almost never going to use. It just doesn't really make sense. But now that it's available, it ideally would be a replacement for our cutter as our primary material moving ship. And though I don't really do, I'm gonna turn my thing over a little bit. Although I don't really. I lost my train of thought. I don't really do much in the way of space trucking, just because it's kind of boring. But I do want to have the Panther Clipper because it is a cool ship, and I do really want to have it. And if we end up doing our deep space carrier thing again, our cutter is going to be our primary mining vessel, and we won't really use the Clipper for anything. But I just wanted to have it just because, it's nice. So we're gonna spend this episode taking a moment to go and purchase the Clipper, get it outfitted. Ideally, it's going to be a relatively short episode just to get that done, and then we'll call it a day. So you guys will be able to watch me put together a build here. A relatively simple build. It's not going to have any weapons or anything. It's mostly just going to be grabbing the stuff, seeing what engineered materials I have, what engineered parts that I have that I can slap onto it. I don't know, man. I don't know what I don't remember. I think my cutter and all that stuff is really using all of the stuff that I have available for that. So I don't know. Oh, did I not? Oh, of course I didn't. Hello, Super Cruise assist. Duh. Alright, so we'll get in here, we'll purchase our Clipper, and then we'll see about getting it outfitted as best we can. As always, we're going to wait until we get to around 7 kilometers, because, technically it's 7.5 kilometers, but it doesn't always register that when you do it, so better to wait for 7, and then you know that you're going to get it. Because more than once, I've gone through the process of requesting a thing, it doesn't trigger because I'm a little bit too close to the edge, and then biffed that real hard. Whatever, though. We're more interested in getting in than we are about recriminating ourselves about problems that we have. Come on, get in there. Cool. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do is head over to the shipyard. And then we're going to purchase a ship. We're going to scroll all the way to the right because I have to imagine it's over here towards the very right. Yep, the Panther Clipper. Man, they want 264 million credits for this thing. That is insane. That is insane. All right. Anyways, we are now in the Panther Clipper, so let's see. I don't need the weapons. I never hold on to those. So we can sell those off. You can multi-store them to save yourself on animation time if you want, but I don't even want to store these. I just want them to go away because I never hold on to the stock weapons. No point in even storing them. They're not worth the inventory space they take up. Okay, so for core internal power plant, do I have a level 8 power plant I can use? I mean, I don't really think I'm going to need a level 8 power plant. I could probably go with a level 6. So let's let's do this one. I don't have thrusters, so I'm going to end up having to purchase a bunch of stuff and actually engineering it. Because I definitely want maneuverability. I do have a frame shift drive I can slap on this. We can do the 5D life support. That's all we really need. Power distributor. It's hard to know. I don't know. They might have it. They might already have it available on Coriolis, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go with one of these 6As just to save some weight. Because we're not going to use this as a combat ship. And then, yeah, 5D sensors that are already engineered. I can live with that. Yeah, let's do that. So the only thing we have that we're really going to have to engineer, it looks like, is our thrusters. And we really do. For maximum maneuverability and to be able to handle this beast, I really want to have max thrusters. So let's sell that. We'll sell that. Sell that. We'll just clear out all of our all of our internals here. I'll leave the advanced docking computer on there. And then... Huh. Let's see here. Unfortunately... So, what I need to do right now before we continue on is I need to switch over to my... cutter, because I put my pre-engineered storage racks in the cutter, just because at the time I didn't have the clipper. So we'll pull those off now. I don't remember if the pre-engineered ones were level 8, though. I think they were... Yeah, pre-engineered. I mean, I still want to pull them off, but... Alright. Cool. That works. So we'll switch back over to our Panther. And then we can get into here. And then we can go down to here. So unfortunately... So we have the pre-engineered racks that go... We have 2 6s. 2 6s. And 2 5s. Let's see, how many 5s do we... Ooh, that's a problem. Because the issue that we have is that I really would like... Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we don't need... I was going to say, I want to have the FSD booster, but I guess we could do a level 4. We're only going to lose a couple of light years off of that. So what, 46 versus 45? Yeah, let's do that. I hate to do that, but I don't want to waste the engineered slots, you know? And unfortunately, that means that we're going to have to just do that. So that means that everything above here is going to be cargo racks, because that's really what we're trying to get to. 8D. Oh, okay. That's cool. So we get special cargo racks for that. Interesting. Oh, but you know what? Well, let's go ahead and do that. I was gonna say I got to think about what the shield the shield capacity, like what size shield can we put on this? Oh. I'm probably gonna have to give this up. Let's see here, shields. Not that. Shield generators. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's okay. So what do we have here? What is our cargo capacity? 1,200? Not too shabby. Still not too shabby. That's pretty good. So we have all of our standard computer stuff. We have our Guardian frameshift drive. I'd love to have a 5, but I don't want to lose out on the pre-engineered racks. I'm pretty sure that a 4 probably is too small for this ship, so the 6A is probably what we have to do. I'd rather have a bi-weave, though. Yeah, I'd really rather have a bi-weave. We can always engineer it, I guess. Wait, hold on. Oh, it's actually going to go down by doing that? Oh. Okay, well, I guess we'll just leave what we have. So the last thing we really need to do is we need to see if we have the materials to engineer our thrusters. Yeah, I should be able to get a fair amount out of that. Then we can come over here and do these two. Okay. And unfortunately, I don't have enough for that. We would have to go to the other place to get that. I mean, I guess we could do that. I want to fly the ship anyway. All right, let's go ahead and just do that then. I like to go to here to do my industrial stuff. This will give us a chance to see how it flies. This is our first flight of the Panther Clipper. I have not had any exposure to this ship at all outside of other people's videos, so this is new for me. All right. Landing gear turned off.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Flies pretty good, feels like. I gotta get used to the dimensions of this thing, though. Alright, relatively slow speed, as you would expect. We try not to hit anything. Power distributor seems really good. Not really even noticing any kind of a rotational difference with the boosters on, though, so that shows you how big and massive this ship is. Alright, so we'll get ourselves over there. Hopefully we have enough materials to trade to get our thrusters up to level 5. I don't know that we're going to be able to max out our thrusters. And then at some point, I will need to take it over to the actual engineer to apply the experimental drag drives effect, or whatever I end up putting on it. Alright, Soloviev hub. Super Crew overdrive. I go to 7C. I way overdid that. Ooh, wow, and yeah, it's a bear. This thing is gonna be a bear to have to turn around when we have to do that. That sucks, okay. So yeah, the turn rate on this thing is terrible. Which makes sense. You know, I can live with it. It's not like we're gonna be flying this ship very much. Oh my god, the roll rate on this thing is horrible. Oh my god. Okay, let's get ourselves into the station here. Don't really, like, this is why I'm glad I waited. This is why I'm glad I waited to get this ship, because I don't know that I'm gonna fly this ship. Like, compared to the cutter, as far as maneuverability, oof, night and day difference. I would like to boost over to that, but I'm not sure I'd be able to stop this big thing before we got there. So we're just gonna have to like manually get there. Alright, we have our docking request put in. Going to pad 40. And we're going to do my standard expedited auto-docking technique, where we fly ourselves manually through the slot, then we zero out our throttle, and then we allow the computer to take us directly to the landing pad. That's generally what I find to be the fastest way to get these big ships landed like that, especially the ones that are harder to fly. So we get ourselves inside the slot, zero our throttle out, and we let the autopilot take over.
Acknowledged, Commander. Clear for assisted docking.
Because the autopilot is actually, on these bigger ships, it's generally faster to let the autopilot do it, because you're just going to crash yourself into the ground. That's usually the way that works. Okay, so let's see what we can get here. Starport services, and then we need to go over to our contacts.
Landing operation complete.
Material freighter. Oh, wait, I forgot what we needed. So for engineering, we need to go up to engines, thrusters. We need 4 configurable components and 5 pharmaceutical isolators. So configurable components. Just gonna look around for that. Okay, we're able to get that. And then, I already forgot. Something about isolators. Damn it. My goldfish brain just will not remember. What was it? Pharmaceutical isolators. Okay. So we gotta find that. Oh. Okay, do I have anything that I can... okay. I mean, I'd like to just go ahead and get it fully done if I can. Nice, okay. So I think we have everything we need to finish upgrading this. I happened to have just enough to get what we needed. And then the last thing I'll do, and I'll do that on my own time, is to head over to the engineer and get the drag drives, or clean or dirty drive tuning. I forget what it is. All right. So we have this already completely finished. That's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. I have PayPal and Patreon links, as well as that thanks button down below the video if you would like to contribute to the channel. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.